Spartan Gamer. Been a long time. Hope everybody is okay. And on Efootball 24, and no Master League, as we all know. Yes, we're hoping one day we'll get it. So this isn't a Master League, but I've mocked up some sort of effort, I suppose, to try and get some longevity to the gameplay offline with eFootball, because I am enjoying the gameplay and I just wanted something that was going to cure that itch and give me something to represent a bit of a Master League. So you can, if you go into my league, you can have promotion and relegation from the Premier League and the Championship. So what I've done, I've taken the Championship and I've put myself in as Rotherham, which I think most people would say, sorry if there's anyone from Rotherham watching, but are probably the worst side in that Division 2 or the Championship. So I've come in as them. Obviously you're not their players, you are your dream team player. So if anybody who hasn't been in the league mode, that's what you start as. You start with your dream team. So if you've got all the epics and everything in there, then you're going to absolutely probably blitz the Championship. I've not done that. I've gone in and I've selected 3-star, nothing above 3-star players. I mean, all of these ratings are looking slightly higher than they would do because we've got an additional 2 ratings with the tactics of the manager on the out wide. So you can see Akoli's a 3-star, excuse me, centre back, and he's up to 76 because of the 2-point increment from the manager. But if you go in to look at his stats, they're pretty rubbish, really. So what I'm doing, if you look on the top there, you'll see 5 levels from 37 and 7 progression points. So in the games he's played, he's earned 7 progression points. I haven't added them onto him yet because he's got to earn them in game. So my rules are that defenders need to get a clean sheet, and then they can have an increment point added, a stat point. So it'll be, if you're in the realms when it's a one stat point added, then obviously you can go into progression points, and I could add 1 into his aerial strength if he had a clean sheet. So that would be 1 point, and that's all I'm going to add for a clean sheet. I'm not going to add more than that, even though there's 7 available to me, because then it gives you some reward and players improve in time as they probably would in a Master League. So that's what I'm trying to replicate. It's obviously not going to be the same as the way they're going to do the Master League, maybe, I don't know, because it would need to last a lot longer than this. But that's what I've done. So this is the squad that I've picked. Yes, I know a couple of them. Obviously, I know Branthwaite, etc. Toko and Camby, obviously you might know him. Tillman started quite well. He scored a couple goals. And of course, if you've not had these players ever before, which I haven't ever had before, then you are going to have their stats, because it will be there how many games they've played, how many goals they've scored, etc. So you will have that little chestnut of having the stats join the Master League. So he's scored a couple goals, so he's had a couple increment points already added to him. There you see he's had 1 on those because he's had an assist and he scored a couple goals, and I think he was man of the match in 1 game as well, so that gave him another extra point. So things like that, I've sort of, you can set your own parameters when you're playing it yourself, but that's what I've done. I've picked a basic squad of 3-star players. I've tried to get nearly everybody I've picked has got a face in game, I think, which was one sort of criteria that I like the idea of. So I've picked this whole squad. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 12 players on the bench and you're 11. So it's a squad of 23 you can pick. So try and make it varied. Everyone, none of them are over 3-star. There might even be a couple 2-stars in there. Yes, there is. And what I'm going to do when it comes to January, I'm probably going to say I can replace 4, but they've got to be 3-star or below again. and you just go and replace 4 maybe in the January. I mean, I've got a couple old dogs like obviously Douglas Costa try and give me something a little bit special, but he's not really done anything in the games I've played so far. So far, I've played 4 games, and I've managed, there you see it, 3 draws and 1 loss. I don't think I've scored that many goals if you look at the league table. Like in the beginning of a Master League, scoring goals is always hard work. Yeah, we scored 3 and conceded 4 so far, and Tillman's got 2 of those. But as you can see, you can play a whole season, and yeah, there is promotion. There is promotion at the end of it. I know it's only the 3, you haven't got the playoffs like you would really have, but at least there is promotion, and you would then go up into the Premier League. So it gives you like a couple good seasons, or you could even go on further and try and win the Premier League after it. It's just something that I've played 3 or 4 leagues now. I've tried the Dutch league, I've tried in the Prem, and I've done those with my sort of A team, if you like, because I have got quite a few epics. I've obviously got big time Adriano there, Zamorano, I've got Maradona, which come through the penalty kick, so he's probably not a pucker epic as such. This guy's quite good. Sally, Donadoni's okay, he's not anything majorly special. Obviously these ones with the little clocks on are loans from my league. Really love Songrasa, and you've probably seen some goals on of his on my sort of an evening with Efootball little videos. Got Beckham. Who else have we got? Got an epic skulls there. David is insane. Cafu's really good. Belletti obviously got the original, not the one that's just come out, but Roberto Carlos, who is insane as well. Cannavaro, brilliant. Bastoni, just an ordinary card. One of the specials they had. He's a very good player. Nesta. So yeah, we've got a few there, which obviously we could put them in the side and just blitz it. But this is for a challenge, and they are pretty dog, to be honest, to begin with. You know, like some of these, got old Victor Wanyama back from the Tottenham and Southampton days. He's come back, and you just look at, like, yeah, he's got okay stats, but really, like, you're looking at 64 speed, 59 acceleration. He is dog shit, really. And I mean, even your centre forward, what's his finishing? Finishing is 70. Well, lucky to hit a case half of a banjo, really. You know, you've got to be sat on the goal line. He's like Everton strikers at the moment, isn't it? Got to be gifted them one in off their arsehole or something to actually score. So yeah, you're starting with the dross like you would with a default in the Master League. Because what you've got to remember, if you go in here now and you click loan players, so on, you can obviously loan players, it will show you what stats the actual Rotherham team would be. If you came right down, this would be the actual Rotherham team, starting there with Victor Johansson and then Rathbone. So they would actually be 86 rating, because that's them fully revved up. So that's them already with all their stats full bore. So you're seeing that we're up against teams of that similar ilk in this division. So their ratings are like in the mid to high 80s, and we are sort of mid 70s at best, and that's with the increments. And that's obviously, you've got to think about the form rating as well. Only Polo on a high form there, all the rest on D's. And C's, sorry, and all of them are on C's as well. But so that's what you got to remember. You're up against quite a lot better than you are, so it will be a challenge. Let me know if you're going to give it a go, guys. Just something that I thought. I mean, obviously it's up to you when you pick the initial players who you go for. I haven't gone for all names that I know. Obviously there's a lot of 3-star players in there. You probably will know, but tried to go, like I say, I tried to keep it varied, tried to end up with a certain amount for each position and go by that. Might just crack on into this match and just show you a bit of action. If anything happens in the next match, I'll put it on the end of the video. Otherwise, I will speak to you very soon. Cheers.